my mic on. I've got to get my mic on here. Just bear with me. Okay. So this is for you, Allison, regarding your uncle, John Powell. You've given me a list of 10 questions that you want me to ask, which I'm going to get to right now. I've already said my prayers. I've already gone through preparing my pendulum and smudging. Okay. So we're going to get into your questions right away. First, I'm going to show you, this is the easiest way that I could find to do it, is to make this piece of paper here with the line on it. So you can see in the video if it says no, which is this way. And if it goes above that line, that means it's a yes, like, because it's circling. It's very hard to see in the video. It's actually easy to watch the shadow. If you see the shadow of my finger, when I go back and forth, it doesn't really go above that line. And a yes answer will go circular, okay? So you'll see it go above that line. And I don't know the best position to have this in. I'm thinking it would be probably about there. I'm kind of sitting at a weird angle. Okay, so first off, oh, I just notched my camera. Okay, so first I'm going to start with asking John Powell for your niece, Allison. She has some questions for you. Will you answer to John Powell? Will you answer some questions for us for your niece, Allison? Are you willing? Yes. Thank you so much, John. Thank you, John. Okay, I'm going to ask that once I confirm the answer, if you can go back to the neutral position, that would be great. Okay, so we're going to get started. John Powell, your niece Allison wants to know, are you at peace now? Yes. Thank you, John. Thank you, thank you. Okay, the next question was, John, was there anything suspicious with your so-called suicide? Actually, you know what? That's like a loaded question. Okay, I'm going to ask, was there anything... Okay, thank you. John Powell, was there anything suspicious about your death? That's a yes. Thank you, John. John Powell, was there anything suspicious regarding your suicide? Okay, this is just shaking. And I can see my crystals going purple. I don't see that often, so it's kind of confusing. I'm going to ask the question because I already know what I think with that. If you can see, I don't know how well you can see here, but I also have, where are we here? A crystal in the top here. And I have the quartz crystal here, okay? When I'm looking at my quartz crystal, I could see this part here going purple, okay? To me, that's significant, but we're going to ask. The question's not on here, but I'm going to ask it because it's telling me something. Okay. John Powell, did you commit suicide? No. Okay. So that's what I wanted to say to you, Allison, is when I see this going purple, That's them, and that is a very strong energy. So when I seen this question, was there anything suspicious to do with his suicide? If it wasn't suicide, the pendulum wouldn't know how to answer that question, because we're asking, was there anything suspicious to do with his suicide? When I seen this turn purple, that tells me that it told me that there was no suicide. So I did ask the question, and he's saying that he didn't commit suicide. Okay, so the next question is, did he commit suicide because he was ill and didn't want to suffer? I'm going to try and rephrase that question, because I've already got he didn't commit suicide. Okay. So some of these questions, Allison, that you have, I'm going to have to try and rephrase them to what you may want to know because of that question just being answered, okay? John Powell, were you ill before you died? He's saying that's a big no. Thank you so much, John. Okay, next question. John Powell, were you being threatened by anyone? Yes. That's a big yes. Thank you, John. Back to neutral. Back to neutral, please. Thank you. Okay, number 5 is, did he leave a suicide letter because the police said there wasn't one left? Well, there wouldn't be one left because he didn't commit suicide. Okay? So that question, okay, I'm going to ask if he left a suicide letter. John Powell. Okay, I feel your energy. Your niece Allison wants to know if you left a suicide letter. Oh. This is saying yes. So I don't know if it was a, back to neutral, please. I'm not so sure it was a suicide letter that he left. Okay, so I'm going to ask this question. You're going to get a lot more questions here, because I've got to confirm some stuff here, okay? John Powell, have you ever thought recently, around the time of your death, oh, it's shaking bad there. Okay, John, thank you. Around the time of your death, John, were you contemplating suicide? No. That's a big no. Thank you, John. My pendulum, the top part is going like purple. Okay. Okay. So I don't think there was a suicide letter left. I think there might have been. Okay, let's ask. John Powell, was there a letter written by you that was found by anyone around the time of your death? Was that letter written by you? No? Okay. So now I understand this. Okay, thank you, John. Thank you for clearing that up. Now, the reason I asked that, Allison, was because he was adamant he did not kill himself, but there was a suicide letter, but he didn't write it. Okay? That's what the pendulum's telling me. Okay. So the next question. John Powell, Your niece Allison wants to know, did you write a new will prior to your death? Yes. Thank you, John. Ooh, big yes. Thank you, John. Back to neutral, please. Okay, John Powell. I'm going to have to rephrase this one, Allison. Did he lock his bedroom door from the inside before he took his life? I have to rephrase that because he didn't take his life, okay? But I'm going to rephrase that. So this question, I'm assuming there's something about his door being locked. So we're going to rephrase that a bit. John Powell, did you lock your bedroom door from the inside before you died? Yes. Thank you, John. Okay. Like this is going... I've never seen so much purple come into my crystal like this before. Okay, John. We feel you. Thank you. John Powell. Were you being gang stalked? He doesn't want to answer that. I'll ask again, but I don't think he... Okay, John, if you need my energy to answer, you can use some of mine for this session, but for this session only. Your niece Allison, John Powell, your niece Allison wants to know if you were being gang stalked. He does not want to answer that. He's not answering. Like, it's going purple, purple. No, he's not going to answer that. And sometimes, Allison, when that happens, it's for your own good. Okay? He's trying to protect you from something. He doesn't want you to know the answer to that. And that's what I take. Like, I've had questions that I've had from other clients where they wanted to know if one of their loved ones was a mafia hit, or certain biker gangs involved, and they won't answer it. And from that, I get it's to protect them. Okay? He's protecting you. So he's not going to answer that. Okay? Okay. John Powell. Did you know something or witness something that you didn't like and that scared you? Yes. Big yes. Thank you, John. Oh, my elbow. What's her foul play concerning his death and wasn't made to help bring suicide? That's your number 10 question, Allison. Should have been number 1 question. Just saying. Okay. I'm just picking at you, girl. John Powell. Was there foul play concerning your death and was it made to look like a suicide? Yes. Thank you, John. I thank you for answering. Okay. So those are the questions that you had asked for me to answer. Now what I'm going to do, Allison, is I'm going to I'm going to ask for, like, this is very sad to me because I won't do readings on myself. And I've had somebody that was very, 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 very close to me that the police ruled a suicide, and we all know that it wasn't, okay? So I know how your heart feels, not knowing and whatnot. So I hope this gave you a little bit of answers and a little bit of clarity. Maybe one day I'll be brave enough to have somebody read me too, because like I said, I won't read myself. I'm too connected. So yeah, I know how you feel there. Okay, so I'm asking John Powell, your niece Allison would like some messages from you. I think she needs to hear from you. John Powell, can we have some messages from you for your niece Allison? And a couple more cards. One more card, please, John. Whoa, okay. Not that other one. Trying to get these without. Okay. So these are the 3 cards that come out. Okay, he's saying that he has a new understanding. And I think this is also for you, okay? That he now wants you to have a new understanding as to, like, I have your questions right here. Oops. That was not good. I have your questions here, okay? And he wants you to know that the answers that you just received today is going to give you a new understanding as to what happened with him. Yes. He wants you to know he didn't commit suicide, okay? He has a new understanding, and I think it's kind of showing me a little disconnect. So I don't know if you were not either around him at the time of his death or very close to him at the time of his death. But he wants you to know, okay, that what came through today in the pendulum, he wants you to understand he did not commit suicide, okay? This one is he's saying that you guys will be together again, okay? He's going to be there to greet you on the other side. And he's saying that he's sending you loving signs through nature, okay? So when I get this card, I'm going to ask you to watch for cardinals. Number 1, the spirit bird, okay? If a spirit bird comes around you, I want you to pay close attention to what is going on around that specific time that you see these signs, because those signs, a cardinal usually comes to warn you about something. You're making a bad choice. They don't want you to do certain things, or something's coming, okay? So I want you, if you see, he's sending me, and I'm telling you this because he's telling me he's sending love signs to you through nature, okay? Birds are part of nature. Also white butterflies, okay? White butterflies, feathers, cardinals, okay? These are all signs that he's going to try and send to you, or has tried to send to you, and you may have just overlooked, like, oh, look, at a bird lost its feather, okay? When I find feathers like that, where they're usually not found, like my backyard, on my deck, whatever, I usually don't have feathers there at all. But there's some times where I feel I'm going through a rough patch of my life, and I'll go out there in the morning on the back deck to drink my coffee, say in the summer, and I'll see a feather. I pick those feathers up and I keep them, okay? So this is what he's telling you. He's sending you loving signs through nature, okay? He's saving you a place. He's going to meet you when you get up there, okay, in heaven. And now you have a new understanding as to what happened, okay? So that's my read for you, dear. Congratulations on your win. And I thank you very much for being part of this. And I thank you very much for subscribing, okay? I hope this brings you some kind of peace, Allison, some answers maybe that you were looking for. And I am going to make this unlisted, okay? But I'm going to give you the link to it in an email because I don't really like putting, well, you said it's okay to put up, so I'm going to put it up, okay? And we'll see. I just don't want there to be any negative comments for you on my main page. That's why when I do readings like this, I usually make them unlisted and then send you the link for it. But you've asked that it be shown on my YouTube channel, so let me know what you think of this, hon. Okay, and I wish you all the best. Love and light from me to you. And watch for those loving signs through the nature. That's from your uncle, John Powell. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.